Hello everyone, and welcome to St. Bartholomew's Faith and Yoga class. I welcome all of you. I thank Erin Porter for helping us today with the filming, and also Fred for being here to help with some poses. So let's get started. Today's thought topic is on directions. And I found a verse from Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." So when I came across this verse, and what I was thinking about when planning today's lesson was the different directions that we all go. And one of the things I wanted to focus on was our warm-up today. And then I thought, warm-up, that's a direction, up. You warm up to get ready for. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about why the warm-up is so important. The warm-up gets our muscles ready for the yoga practice. It gives us maximum blood flow, and it prepares all our joints for movements, which all those put together increases the benefits that we take from our practice. And it also reduces the likelihood of injury that we may have resulting in a movement held too long, or a movement that we're not quite ready for. Warming up before the practice also allows us to renew our awareness of our body and connect with our breath. Remember how I always talk about how breath is so important? And the goal of the warm-up is to slowly elevate your heart rate. And by stretching, strengthening, balance, setting our breath to movement, and mindfulness, we have our yoga practice. Yoga strengthens and stretches our muscles, but it also requires a lot of concentration and a mind, body, spirit connection that promotes mindfulness. And that mindfulness helps us have healthy behaviors in all parts of our lives. I try and do yoga 5 times a week. It doesn't always work out, but I try to have 5 times a week. And I also try to walk every day for at least 20 minutes. But I find that on those days that I don't do my yoga or I don't walk, my day doesn't go quite as well and I don't feel quite as good. So I would encourage you to try and pick up a little yoga practice on your own, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes with some breath centering, a little bit of warm-up, and maybe just doing a few of your favorite movements that are special for you and that you enjoy. And see if that makes a little bit of a change in how you feel, because I want you to feel your best and enjoy the summer season. So, that being said, let's get our directions and we'll start our warm-up. We're going to sit down, which is also a direction too. So let's all sit down to an easy seated position. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Last week we talked about using the hand and the index finger to trace the breath. Let's do that again, just for one cycle on each hand. So as a reminder, or maybe for those of you that didn't watch last week's class, you inhale as you trace the pinky finger up. When you come to the tip of the nail, you exhale down. And you continue that process through your hand. Just getting your breath to slow down a little bit. And getting your body used to movement with breath. So moving up, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. If you're at the base of your thumb, we're going to reverse it, coming up with an inhale, and continue through with your hand. Reminder how individual everybody's fingerprints are. And that fingerprint is a mark left by your Maker, your Creator, God. And if you're ready to switch hands, we'll move over here, starting with our pinky. Inhaling up and back. When we get to that count, reverse. And finishing coming down with that pinky. I hope you can use this if you find yourself in an anxious moment or a moment of worry. It's right here in your hands. You don't need anything else. So just use it when you can, use it when you need. It's a tool that you have in your tool chest that's always with you. So what we're going to do next is we're going to put our hands on our heart and just take notice of your heart rate, since we're talking about warm-up today. Take a deep breath in for a count of 4. And exhale for a count of 4. Once again, inhale. One more time. Good. You need to readjust. Whatever is most comfortable for you. We're going to move on here with putting our left hand on our right knee, taking that right hand behind us to a seated twist, looking over our right shoulder. Taking that breath in as we untwist. Now putting the right hand on the left knee. Left hand comes behind, and we'll do a twist. Gaze looks over the left shoulder. And back. And we'll put our arms out in front of us. Interlace our fingers and then reverse them so they're pushing out. Lace your hands up overhead, and we'll take a bend to the right. Return to the center, and a bend to the left. And return to the center. Unlace those fingers and let your hands come out in front of you again. I'm going to take the right hand up, bend at the elbow. So your hand's in the middle of your back, left hand comes up with a gentle pull across. And let that hand come back out in front of you. Left hand goes up, bend at the elbow, reach up and pull that arm across. And let the arms go up and out again. We're going to open them to our back, kind of squeeze those shoulder blades together, and come across with a gentle hug. And we're going to come back out again. Arms out to the side, and we'll do some forward arm circles. We'll do 5. And reverse. And bring your arms out in front again. We're going to lift our palms up so they're like this. Remember to sit straight. And then let your hands go down. Palms up. And palms down. Make your hand into a gentle fist. We're going to do some inward rotations here of the fist hands. And now reverse. Put your right arm out straight. Take a hold of that elbow with your left hand and gently pull that across your chest. Again, try and keep your posture aligned. Let your arm come back out again. This time, left arm comes across. Hands can come down to knees. We're going to just gently let our head go forward. Let our head come to the natural position. Ever so gently let it go back. Back to center position. An easy tilt to the right. Back to center. And to the left. And back to center. We're going to take our nose and start drawing a small circle to the right, gradually getting larger and larger. When your circle's as large as you would like it, reverse, going large to small. And just let your eyes have a gentle soften and close them. Gently open. Look up to the right ceiling. Down to the left. More directions here. Look up to the left ceiling. And down to the right floor. And we're going to point and flex our toes. So point the toes and flex. Point. Two more times. You might hear some crackling or popping, but that's all right. That's just little bubbles in there. And if you can together kind of sweep your feet in a circle, about 5 times, and then reverse to the other direction. That moves more than your feet, doesn't it? Okay. Great. So we are ready to do another Lord of the Fishes, which we did last week. So if you'll come to the mat again and let yourself stretch out. The left knee is straight, the right knee is bent. The right arm comes around the right knee. And you turn, left arm goes behind, and you turn with the left, looking over the left shoulder. Spine is straight, crown of head should be pointing up. And gently let yourself come out of that. Right knee goes down, left knee bends, and once again, that left arm comes around, right arm turns, Gaze goes over the right shoulder. Engage your core here too with your twist. Good job. You let yourself come back to that. And from here we'll just do an easy forward bend. See if you can touch your toes into a staff position if you're able to. If you have a strap and would like to use your strap, go right ahead. And let yourself come back up. And let's inhale and exhale one more time. Maybe you can go down a little farther this time. And we're going to turn to the front again. And this time we're going to put our thigh in our arm and hold our foot and work our hip here. Just like it was a baby. And you can do some in each direction. Okay, and then switch. Get that other left leg be cradled in your arm and get that hip bent up. Another direction. Okay. We're going to come to tabletop and go to our cat-cows. Tabletop position, hands are spread wide like starfish on the mat. The wrists are stacked over the hands, elbows are on top of the wrists, and your shoulders on top of your elbows. Knees are about hip distance apart. You should be able to look through and not see your toes. So we're going to inhale, let our belly drop, gaze looks up for cow. Do a nice stretch. Let that belly really drop. Toenails should be flat on the mat like this. When you're ready, exhale. Spine pushes up. Your belly button draws into the spine and get a nice stretch for that cat. Inhale, cow. Let that belly really drop. Gaze looks up. And exhale, cat. Okay, we'll prepare for spinal balance. Right foot is flexed and pushes back behind us to close the door. The left hand reaches out in front of us. Gaze looks out over that left hand. Return to tabletop. Prepare that left foot. Left foot goes back. Foot is flexed. Close that door. Right arm reaches out. Gaze follows that hand. And we'll return back. We're going to do just a few crunches on either side. If you can see if you can pull your crunch a little deeper this time, maybe get it up to your chest before a headset. Even if you get to your elbow, that's great. But if you can do a deeper crunch, engage the core and see what you can do. Starting on the right side, 3 on each. Then we'll do the tiger without grabbing the foot this time. We'll just simply lift that right foot up the left side as well. Good stretch, lift it high. And back down. We're going to lift the right hand up. Right hand returns to the mat. We'll lift it up again, a little higher. Back down. And this time, hand goes up a little higher if you're able. And when you come back down, we're going to thread the needle through the space on the left side. Shoulders should come to mat. When you're ready, use that left arm to help you come back up. And we'll do the same thing on the left side. Left arm goes up, comes back down, goes up again, and comes back down. This time lift it up a little higher. And when you come down, thread it through the space of your right arm. Remembering to breathe. And use your right arm to help you come out. And push back up. And we're going to return to tabletop. We're going to put our right kickstand out and open up our chest to that right side. Gaze can follow your arm if you'd like. And return back to tabletop. Put that left kickstand out. Left arm opens up to the sky, chest opens up. And back down. And let's take a moment. Toes come together. Knees comes apart and settle back for a child's pose. And then come back up. And we're going to start our yoga flow in a standing position. So right now, we're in tabletop. So if you'd like to tuck your toes, push up to down dog, and let yourself stretch out here in down dog. Do the groovy thing where you let your body go to side, and let that left foot cross over the right. Get a stretch there. Return it, and then do the same with your right behind the left. And when you're ready, walk forward. And we will meet in mountain. And part of our flow today is the pyramid pose. And before we get started on our flow, I'm going to ask Fred to come up and demonstrate the pyramid flow for us, the pyramid pose.
Okay, we're going to start out in mountain pose. Let's take a breath in, raise our hands up over our head. Bring those hands back down to your hips. And start out, we're going to have our right foot forward at a 90-degree angle. Our left foot will be about a 60-degree angle behind us. Your hips will be facing forward. This pose. It's basically like warrior one, with the exception of you're going to have that right foot extended out in front of you. You're going to tuck your belly in, have your tailbone out, your shoulders soften, and then when you're ready, start to bend down, bend forward, go to that knee. And there's several variations we can do here. Let let those hands flip down the mat. You should feel this in your hamstrings. Should be a hamstring stretch. You can also take your hands and put them behind your back. Pass those fingers together. Give you a little bit more of a chest opener. You can also take those hands, place them behind your calf. Remember to keep your breath at the same time. Breathing it out. And when you're ready, naturally float back up. And your hips will be facing forward. Come back up in front of the mat. Turn sideways and we'll reverse and go the opposite direction. So this time you're going to place your left foot. So left foot forward, right foot back. Left foot should be at a 90-degree angle. Right foot 60 degrees. Again, hips facing forward. Got that belly in. Elbow back. Just gradually start to bend over that left leg. Place the hands down to the mat. And if you can't put your hands on the mat, you can also use blocks to prop here. You take those hands, again clasp with fingers, send them behind your back. Or you can come down, place the hands behind your left calf. Ready? Float back up. Turn the time back.
Okay, thank you. So when we do pyramid pose, it's going to be yogi's choice of how you want your arms to be. So let's get started. We're going to incorporate our theme of direction. We're going to do all our movements right side first, and then we'll go back and we'll do all our movements to the left side. So starting here in mountain, we're just going to ground in. And that's something else that came up this week when I was talking about the lesson. When you think about ground and what you're standing on, a lot of times you think, well, I'm just standing on the mat. Well, are you standing on the mat? Or are you standing on what is part of the earth? And the earth has so many layers to it. You think about that top layer you break through, then there's a rocky layer, then there's a lava, volcanic-like layer, and then the earth is not still, it's moving all the time. So we are fighting a lot of things here with our grounding in. So just think about it. We're all here on planet Earth, we're grounding in and ready to be mountain. So however you're most comfortable, you can come to hands to heart center. You can come to tall mountain. Ground in, spine's nice and long, taking that breath in, crown of head pointing up. It's not an easy position, really. You're engaging all muscles to hold you here. And you can bring your hands back down the heart center and hands to waist. Moving from mountain, we're going to come back to tall mountain again, and we're going to do a side stretch to the right. Make it a really good stretch. Once again, engaging your core, filling those feet, ground in. Engage your core to help lift you back up to center again. Hands to heart center. Hands on waist. From here, we're going to do a back bend, just a gentle back bend. And back to center again. And a forward fold. And yogi's choice, if you want to do ragdoll arms, just arms hanging down, and let your head hang heavy. Halfway lift, and let yourself come back down again. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. From forward fold, we're going to move to warrior one. And since we're doing our right side first, we'll put that right foot forward. Left foot comes back at an angle. Hips are forward. Hands on hips. Hands up. Knees need to be bent too. Knees bent, but not over your toes. Make sure your knees bent. I was still thinking about pyramid pose. But anyhow, knees bent, toes are forward, hips are forward, hands on waist, hands to heart center. And when you're ready, hands to the back. Good stretching there, reach up. Hands to heart center. Straighten that front leg. Don't lock it, just straighten it gently. We're going to move to pyramid position. And it's your choice, Yogi's choice of where you want your arms. So when you're ready and you have your balance, let yourself do your side of pyramid, what's comfortable for you. When you're ready, engage that core and let yourself come back up again. And let your feet come together. We're going to prepare for warrior three. So warrior three, the left foot will be on the ball of your foot. Right foot is out front. You want to get strong in that right foot. And when you're ready, hands on hips, and hips are pointed forward. And let yourself bend forward. When you're ready, let that left foot come up off the ground. And if you're ready, your hands can reach out in front of you. Good job. And let yourself come down. From here, we're going to turn to mountain again. Once more, a ground in. Put our arms up for a tall mountain. Hands come to heart center. Hands on hips. Preparing for chair. So for chair, your feet are about hip distance apart. You want to bend at the knees, let your seat go back, arms go up. Engage those legs.